Hello and welcome to yet another Talking Head video. This time we talk about towers. Towers in Path of Exile 2 are a great way of how you can add extra content to your maps, and with the revamp that came with patch 0.1.1, they are even better to do as maps. However, they have a few issues that I would like to talk about. Now, as an example, I just did a map called Bluff. It is a perfectly suitable one corridor map, which is excellent. As you can see here, we go from point A, which is the entry, to point B with like almost no sidetracking or anything, which is great. It takes 2-3 minutes. Perfectly awesome. So it's not a waste of a map to put a higher tier waystone in. There are the others that are a little bit longer, however they have way more monsters, which is also an additional bonus. Now, towers in concept are very good. They're very interesting. They prompt you to put more mechanics on the map via tablets, and in general I like them. However, there are a few things that I would like to address when it comes to towers, and that is tablets. Now, mainly there are 6 tablets that you can possibly get, and as you can see from my inventory, you get a lot more of one and a lot less of others, or you can use others. Whichever way you want to do. So you have a tablet that increases monster area level by 1, and then you have tablets that are mechanic tablets. This one gives Breach, Delirium, Expedition, Ritual, and bosses, and additional bosses. Now, when you want to use a tablet, you finish the map, you click on the tower, and you add the map, and it will randomly add however many maps that thing that you've put in, either +1 to level, or you add a mechanic and such. Now, these tablets function awesome, but the main point is how to do these properly becomes efficiency. What do I mean by that? As you can see here, there are areas that can have many towers, and then there are areas that don't have that many towers, especially in the beginning of the map. So you can see, well, sometimes it doesn't load the rest, that sometimes areas don't have enough towers for you to add mechanics, which ultimately means that you will have maps which have nothing as a mechanic. Like, as an example, this Sandspit map has nothing on it. The other maps can have more than one mechanic. This one has a boss and a breach. You can add more mechanics with it. Now, what I don't like about this system is how it forces you to go around, do maps you don't want to do with no mechanics, and then put the maps or put the tablets that you want to do in order to get mechanics in the maps that you like. Now, in PoE 1, if I wanted to run Strand map 350 million times, I was able to do that. I would take a lot of Strand maps, I would do what I want to do on them, and then off I go. In PoE 2, that is not an option. In PoE 2, you have to do, if you want to do the said mechanics, of course, you have to do Steaming Springs, Blooming Field again, and so on, because they're connected, right? So you have to do them whether you like it or not, if you want to get as many rewards as you possibly can get, especially with a tablet. Now, the problem also arises with the RNG of it all. As you can see, the circle is huge on some of these, and I've had areas where I had a tower at like a border of it. I just can't show it right now. I forgot where it is. I had a tower where it's like on a border, and then I was like excited, awesome, let's add more mechanics to it. And then the other side was like cut off. I didn't have a path to and I of course used the tablet before looking at that. And all of the mechanics from this entire tablet went on the other side. So I had to like go around like 20, 30 maps in order to get to the maps I originally wanted to do the mechanics on, which is not a nice concept, not a nice thing if you ask me. There's also the fact of using one tablet. I'm personally not a fan of restricting players with the amount of content that the player wants to do because, again, to make a parallel to PoE1, I know it's not the same game, but to make a parallel, if I went into full breach Atlas points, breach everything, I could have like 15 to 20 breaches in one map. And I wanted to do breach. And then I would sit down and then play breach for the entire map. Here, well, you can get, as an example, breach has a chance to give you more and more and more. Yes, but let's say you want to also do ritual. Well, harvest also in PoE1. But if I wanted to do breach and ritual, I would have to use 2 towers, which are then RNG to hit the node. And then I don't want to do other maps. I don't want to do, as an example, Mire being a very, very bad map for breaches and most of the other things. What if the tablet hits Mire and I don't want it to? Then that means I have to go and do the bad thing first in order to do the good thing. That's a waste of time, if you ask me. I don't personally like it. But some people may say, well, you don't know how to be efficient and whatnot. Here's the thing. I play the game when I stream the game. And sometimes when I do like these videos and such. So that's when I play the game. I don't play the game off stream. It's been 2 months. I want more content in order for me to play the game. That means more classes, more ascendancies, more things. It's about time where my PoE ARPG like satisfaction is, and I'm done, right? So after a while, I just don't want to sit and endlessly grind irrelevant content just so that I could enjoy the content. When I have PoE1, when I can always grind the content that I want to grind. This is, of course, a feedback video. Now, here's also one more thing. These Precursor Tablets, in my opinion, are irrelevant. They're absolutely useless. Why? Because they just give the area level +1. They don't give anything extra. Yes, you can, of course, roll them. Like this one has magic monsters, and let's add one more. Oh, look, 10% chance to contain an essence. That's awesome. That's great. But that's not 100% to make them, oh, look, these maps have a mechanic on them. Like, I want to always use the Ritual, the Breach, Delirium not, like the Ritual, Breach, Expedition. Those 3 are what I always want to use. Delirium not because you can use Distilled, whatever, Guilt, Ire, and such, or Ire, Guilt, and such, in order to get endless Delirium in. So you don't have to use a Delirium tablet because you already have Delirious maps. That's how I roll my maps. I don't use Delirious tablets because my maps are rolled with Delirium to give, like, pack size, which is awesome. So technically Delirium tablets can be half useless depending on the map that you play with. But irradiated tablets are worthless, in my opinion, if you do not min-max the living crap out of everything. Then there's also this thing where you press Alt, you can see that in the Implicit you have 5 to 10 roll. We do not have Blessed Orbs like we have in Path of Exile 1, which means in order to roll these tablets, to have more maps on them, you have to use a Divine Orb. Nobody in their rightful mind is going to use a Divine Orb to get like 5 to 10 maps in range, or irradiated to try to get to 10. Nobody. Maybe not even SSF guys. Maybe they will, but mostly they won't. But we don't have a way how to spend Divine Orbs, so whatever, but they're the default currency. And then if you see, when you are, like, if you're browsing to buy these tablets, if you see people are selling, like, tablets, as an example, for Ritual, 9s and 10s go for a lot, almost double, and then the rest go for nothing. Then you have these, like, 5, 8, 7, whatever, boss ones, 3 to 7 maps in range, 3 to 7 maps in range for bosses. Like, why put restrictions where we don't need them? I want every map to be as jam-packed as possible, so I don't have a map like this one. Like this crypt. In order to get here, I either have to go to crypt and here, crypt and mire, hello, instead of going like this. If I want to get to tower faster, right? So that's also like a mini pet peeve of mine, where Blessed Orbs would help greatly, as you could Bless Orb the Implicit. That also includes Blessed Orbing the Implicit on items and such. That would be amazing to have, right? So there is that one. And the last one, I would like that these Precursor Tablets get removed, absolutely, from the game. And their effect be put in the other tablets. So whenever you have a mechanic in the zone, that zone is +1, capping at +2 or whatever. Because we do not naturally drop tier 16s. We have to get a corruption on tier 6, as far as I know. I don't know if you can drop them, but we have to get them corrupted in order. Like I've rolled like more than 200-300 maps tier 15s with Valorbs. I've gotten these in tier 16s. I maybe have done like 2 tier 16 maps. They're worthless because they don't appear. Like, who designed this, right? And when it comes to the mechanics, I want to put more than one tablet in a tower. Because if I don't use a tower, like I've been using towers, like some towers I've been using, like some towers I haven't, right? But if I don't, like it feels like I'm wasting my tablets by using these and then getting a mechanic on, as an example here, like in Narnia and whatnot. While I do not plan on going there, I plan on going in one direction, right? And then I feel like I'm wasting if I put a Precursor Tablet on. Because of just, oh, look, the monsters have gotten a level. Wow, congratulations, well done, that's a mechanic. It's boring. I want to do mechanics in maps, of course. If we could put like 2 tablets, one being regular mechanic tablet and one being a Precursor tablet, that would have been better. However, I would prefer to put more than 1 tablet. If that's 2, if that's 3, if that's 4, I don't care. I just want more mechanics, more juicy packed things. That would also, if you can put more tablets on, that would also make these that are like 5 maps in range or 6 maps in range, whatever, these ones, that would make them irrelevant again. Because currently, nobody wants to do 5, 6, 7. Even 8 is out of the question. But 9 and 10 people do want to do, because that's the most amount of maps that you can cover in just one tower. So that's that kind of thing. So Blessed Orbs would fix a lot of issues. Adding more tablets on the tower will fix a lot of issues. And then you will have people who say, but you are not just playing efficiently enough. Dude, I just want to sit down and play the game for 3-4 hours and then buzz off, right? And in those 3 to 4 hours, I would like to have 3 to 4 hours of fun, not 2 to 3 hours of I have to do this in order to have a fun time. And then 1 hour of woo mechanics. That's not fun. That's just, I have that in real life. I don't have to have that in the game as well. I would rather play PoE 1 and then have fun every map than play PoE 2 and then have fun 1/4 of the way in. But these are just my thoughts. Improvements to towers. Towers are looking phenomenal right now when it comes to their design, how they look and everything. Thumbs up. They are looking phenomenal. But what I would change is, just a recap, add Blessed Orbs so that we can finally get like every tablet be 10 tablet. Add the effect of irradiated tablets to the other mechanics tablets, because that would make them fun, at least to use, and I won't have a full inventory of worthless tablets before like min-maxing the ever-living crap out of them. Or add more tablets on a tower. That would be great to use the useless tablets that I don't use. As an example, I'm a person who likes Ritual and Breach. I'm not too big on Expedition, and Delirium I don't use because I use Distilled. so I don't have to use Delirium, so whatever, right? Then if somebody wants to do it, then have him, yo, go. You know, like put 4 tablets in, 4 times 10, put 4 tablets, GG, well played. Enjoy the juice. But that's just the comparison between PoE 1 and PoE 2. PoE 1, we can juice the ever-living crap out of everything, so that makes it fun. But that's it for this feedback video. I've been yapping for a while. Thank you so much for watching. If you agree or if you disagree, feel free to comment down below why, because I'm really curious about what you guys think. If you like the video, give it a like, sub if you don't mind. We are on the road of 2K. We're almost there. Thanks to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful time, and I will see you in the next PoE video or stream. Have a good one.